So today I'm doing braised steak for our lunch, and what I bought from the butcher was braised steak, and I asked for thick slices. So what you can see here is it's cut pretty thick. Now I got 4 big thick slices and I've cut them smaller again. So I bought enough braised steak to do probably about 8 to 10 people. So braised steak is similar to stewing steak. You need to cook it long and slow in the oven. You can see little bits of fat on it, but when you cook it, and you cook it in the oven with nice onion gravy, it's really tasty. So what I have done here, I have some browning on the frying pan, and you want to brown it to seal in the juices. And I let it brown, turning it each side till it's well sealed in, and then I'm going to put it into a casserole dish like this. So in the casserole dish I had already fried off some onion before it started with the steak. So I've fried off some onion. I'm now browning on both sides the braised steak, and then the next stage is to make the gravy. So at this stage of all the braised steak fried off, at this stage now you could add some vegetables if you wanted, chopped peppers, more onion, aubergine, courgette, whatever you fancy really. But I'm just doing the very basic. I've put a wee bit of garlic into the pan and I'm browning it off. But all I'm going to do now to make the gravy is to get that nice sediment off the pan, and I'm putting some water on it. And so you can see I'm taking all the juices that come out of the braised steak and I'm going to make them into a gravy. So, along with the vegetables, you could have added maybe some spices as well if you wanted chili powder or more garlic or whatever you fancy. Herbs, whatever you like. So to make the gravy in a cup, I have just taken some ordinary Bisto powder and some flour and made it into a thick paste. And I'm going to add it gradually to this here, and I'm going to keep stirring all the time till I get a thick gravy. So it's coming up now to the boil, and as you can see it's starting to thicken up, and I like it pretty thick because whenever I put it on top of the meat, the juices will come out of the meat and it'll thin out the gravy. You also need to add some seasoning at this stage. So I love black pepper, so plenty of black pepper and salt. So I've added some grated carrot as well. It's a good way if you have children and they tell you don't like veg, put some grated carrot or any grated veg into it, and as it cooks they'll not see it. And I've also added a couple of bay leaves as well, which don't forget to fish out at the very end, but they bring out the flavour, give it a nice flavour. And you can use less salt if you use a bay leaf, I think. Or there's another one you can get, which I haven't got at the minute but I must buy it, a bouquet garni, and it's like dried herbs in a wee bag, and it's great for soups and stews, but it is quite strong. So that's it ready to go into the oven. I've set the oven at 180, so it goes into a right hot oven, and I don't set the timer or anything, but it will take about 2 to 2.5 hours at least, but you can let it cook longer because you want it nice and soft. So that's braised steak for today's dinner.